Hi guys! So today's my first video in a little while. I've been trying to put up more videos recently. I'm in a new setting. I've moved back home to Milton Keynes, so I'm in my living room right now. You may see my dog kind of walking around, bless him, Dusty. But yeah, today I'm going to be doing my June wrap up. I've read actually quite a few books last month. I haven't done a wrap up video in quite a while because I was kind of doing a lot of uni assignments, so I couldn't really put up as many videos as I would like to. But I'm going to try and put up more now, and starting with the books that I read for June. I'll try and get back into doing it monthly and to be reads and book hauls and things, because I haven't been buying books recently as well. I've got 4 books that I read about this month, and one was the Unbecoming of My Idea by Michelle Hodkin. And I think this book's quite popular on BookTube. I've seen lots of reviews and videos including it, and it was really good. I've started reading on buses and things, and in the morning before I go to work, or wherever, or evening before I go to sleep, wherever. But this one, as being kind of had me hooked, there were points where I couldn't stop reading it and I had to kind of stay on the bus, or I was carrying it at bus stops and things. I keep doing that recently. But it's about a girl called Mara Dyer, who has been in a kind of accident with her best friends, and her best friends have all kind of tragically been killed as a result of these accidents, and she doesn't know why because her memory's kind of gone, but it kind of progresses and comes back throughout the rest of the book. I thought it was a really good story. I liked the romance. There were lots of kind of parts that were interestingly just like brought back into it at certain points. I liked the description of the romantic settings and scenes between Mara and Noah, or Noah Shaw, who's kind of the mysterious handsome boy at the school she's being transferred over to. But yeah, I just really liked the story. It was very tense. There was some kind of plot twists that kind of keep you hooked, and definitely worth a read. I didn't know what to make of it before I started reading it, like most books that I find on BookTube. But yeah, I really liked it. And another one is The Book of Lies by Terry, and this is an author that actually went to my university, strangely. But I'd heard about her book, and I'd heard about her book Slated, which is kind of her most popular one, I think. But I think this is her newest one, and it's about these two twins. They didn't know that each other existed until their mother's funeral. When ends up at Piper's funeral, Piper's been living with her dad, and Quinn's been living with their grandmother. Hi, Dusty. And this book is kind of them realising who they really are and getting to know each of their families, although one of them, their father doesn't know about Quinn, and one was taken by the mother and one was given to the grandmother, and they've got all this dark history behind them and how their mother was killed, and they're just kind of learning lots of different things about each other and about themselves, and it's just a really good read. And another one that kept me hooked. I loved the writing in this one. It felt like it flowed really nicely. It was really nicely described. I liked all the kind of tense or dramatic scenes and the way she described the setting in the on the hill near the end. You'll understand that if you read it. But yeah, another one that really kept me hooked. The most recent one that I read is Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier. This book was really interesting to read. It was another one that I've been reading on buses and before I go to bed, and I couldn't put it down. All of these books that I read in June actually were amazing, basically. I've enjoyed them all. This is about a girl who travels in time, and she's got this kind of time travelling gene instead of her cousin, who she thought would always thought would have it. And she lives in this kind of big house with her grandparents or her relatives, and her grandmother and her aunts and her cousin Charlotte, but she starts to learn what's going on. She has a romance between the other descendant of this ancient family history that's going on, and he's also got the gene, and he also travels in time, has been doing it longer than her, but she's kind of realising that she's involved in all this danger. I like the cover on this one, it's really pretty. But yeah, I really liked her character, and I liked the romance between them, which I thought was quite sweet. I think it could have been developed a bit more, but I think it is a trilogy, so I assume it's going to be. And I think there are 2 more books, Sapphire Blue and Emerald Green, so I'll probably be picking those up. And the last one that I've got for June is Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I think I pronounced that right, sorry if I didn't. This book was really, really good. I seem to be reading all these books really quickly this month. I'm not usually a fast reader, but this month has been pretty good for kind of speedy writing and reading. Yeah, I really liked this one. I loved the writing of this one. It was, I think it was her description. She uses a lot of like similes and metaphors for the way that the character thinks, because the character that Juliet has been kind of locked up in this prison cell like most of her life, and she believes it's because she's kind of going crazy, and she also can't touch anyone without killing them or seriously harming them. They brought it out slowly, they didn't just kind of do it all at once, and you got kind of brief ideas of what this history is as things went along, but not straight away, you know. Yeah, it was another one that I really, really enjoyed. I liked her character. I thought she was really feisty and just strong character, strong-willed. And it's kind of a dystopian, but I like dystopian books anyway, so it's a win there. And I liked the world as well. It was kind of, it had an apocalyptic kind of feel to it for me, but others might see it differently. But yeah, this is another one that I've seen on BookTube lots, and I tend to pick up books when I buy them, seeing lots and lots of good reviews about them, and I don't really know what I'm going to be experiencing before I read it, but then sometimes you get a really nice surprise and you find that you really, really enjoy a book that you've been recommended on BookTube. So yeah, that was my 4 books for this month. I've been doing lots of reading this month, and it's really nice because it's actually really helped with my writing at the same time, which I've been doing lots of. So yeah, that was my wrap up for this month, just gone, and I will do a to be read soon, I think. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and let me know what books you've been reading as well in the comments down below. Thanks guys, bye.